Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Wayne Gretzky, and we just want to welcome everyone who's a hockey fan to enjoy this next little time here. We have 5 of the top prospects in the upcoming 2020 draft, and I'm going to get an opportunity to just sit down and talk to them about life, about their hockey careers, and about their future. So first of all, we have Alexis Lafrenière. Quinton Byfield.
Give it right back to Byfield, who picked up some speed. Michaud.
Jamie Drysdale.
He winds in. Drysdale fires, scores! Jamie Drysdale, 3-0.
Jake Sanderson. And Tim Stützle, all the way from Germany. Welcome, fellas, and thanks for taking the time to do this.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for
All
having
right, so I thought at this time, the first question I would ask you guys, because we're used to, at this point in time, training with our teams or training with personal trainers. And unfortunately, with this pandemic, we've all been stuck at home to make everybody safer throughout the world. So I'll start with you, Alexi. How's it been to be at home, and how's your training program going?
Yeah, for sure it's different. Training home, kind of alone, but I have my trainer gave me a little program that I can work on some stuff, and enjoying my time with my family too, for sure. That I don't get to see them a lot during the year, so for sure it's a bit weird, but I think we're doing pretty well.
All right, good. Quinton?
Yeah, no, I would say the same as Alexi. It's definitely tough not getting to work out with all your friends and all the people that you're usually working out with. But it's still fun, getting to see the family, being around them. You don't get to see them too much throughout the season, so it's definitely nice to reconnect with them. And as Alexi again, my trainer just gave me my programs, all that, so I'm doing that all at home still.
Oh, good. And Jamie, for you?
Yeah, kind of same deal as Laffy and Q, but just kind of my trainer gave me a little program, and my parents and I kind of transformed my living room into a little gym, so we could all kind of work out in there. So I'm just trying to stay in as much shape as I can and enjoy the time here with my family.
All right, Jake.
Obviously, heartbreaking that all of our seasons had to end so abruptly, but I guess it's kind of nice, go back home and spend time with your family. And I'm in Montana right now, so I'm lucky enough to get outside and get some fresh air.
Well, that's good. And Tim, how was it in Germany?
Yeah, I think it's a little different than in Canada and the US. We are allowed to train with the team, and we are a group of 2 guys, or maybe 3, 4 guys. So that's pretty good. And we are training together, and already since 2 weeks. So that's pretty cool.
And I'm just curious, are you guys able to skate at this point in time in Germany, or are you not skating?
No, the ice is not there anymore, but we can inline skate in the arena and shoot a couple pucks. So there's a lot to do, and I think it's great that we can do that.
Oh, good. So for all 5 of you guys, and I know the simple question is always, what team do you want to be drafted by? And usually the kids give the normal expected response. But growing up as children, did you each one of you have your favorite team playing pond hockey or road hockey and lifting the Stanley Cup in Game 7, thinking that that's the team that you'd want to play for in the National Hockey League? I'll start with you, Alexi.
For sure, growing up maybe 20 minutes away from Montreal, for sure you watch Canadian hockey, and a lot of great players have played there. So for sure, growing up, it was my favorite team, and I had the chance to go to Bell Center a couple of times to watch them play. So for sure, as a kid, you really dream to play for this team, because you grew up like 20 minutes away. So for sure, Montreal.
Now, do you sit there and look at the draft order or maybe the lottery Alexi, and say, well, maybe I could end up here, or I hope I end up there, or you just really don't sort of worry about that at this point in time? Wherever you get drafted to, that's where you want to go play.
Yeah, I don't worry about it too much. I think every team is great, and for sure it's the NHL is the main goal and the dream of us. So I think every team would be a huge honor for me, and I would be really excited.
Okay, and Quinton, if you had your choice, and I know the kids always give the standard answer, but if you had your choice, what would be your favorite team that you think about going to play for in the National Hockey League?
Yeah, as you can see the sign behind me over there, I think it's just Tampa Bay. So, I grew up watching them quite a bit, and my favorite player was Martin St. Louis. So, I always dreamed of playing with him and raising the cup with him. So, I think Tampa Bay was my team when I was younger, and that was definitely one of them.
Well, you're definitely going to go from the cold air of Sudbury to the warm climate of Tampa Bay, but it's still both great hockey cities. And Jamie, have you thought about where you might end up or where you'd like to play?
A little bit. I think, obviously, growing up, I'm a Toronto City boy, so watched a lot of the Leafs and, pretty diehard fan. So definitely the Leafs is a team that I think you grow up, or at least I did, kind of dreaming to play on that ice and in that Toronto Maple Leaf uniform. And so that would probably be the team that I would have thought that I'd like to play for growing up.
Okay, and before I get to Jake, I wanted to tell you that Paul Coffey told me to remind you that when him and I played for the Young Nats in Toronto, we used to beat the Marlies for fun. So he wanted me to pass that on to you. And Jake, have you thought about it?
Obviously growing up in Whitefish, Montana, there's not a lot of NHL teams around, but as I got older, our family moved to Calgary, and my family's been there ever since. So definitely, maybe putting on a Flames jersey one day would be super cool.
All right, that's cool. And Tim, coming from Europe and Germany, who would be the favorite team in that area that you would grow up sort of watching and thinking that's where I'd like to play one day?
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh, because of Sidney Crosby, is definitely a team I like watching. But since Leon got drafted from Edmonton, German guy, I think Edmonton got to my favorite team, and I love watching those guys, and it would be just a big honor for me to play in the NHL someday. Yeah,
Pittsburgh is a special place, and Sydney obviously has been just fantastic for the National Hockey League. But as you said, Leon's probably or the front runner for most valuable player in the NHL. So you've got a good idol in Leon Drysdale. Now, in going forward, when you guys go into your meetings and you're going to meet with general managers whenever that point in time comes, and they sit down and they ask you, what do you think your biggest forte to bring to the hockey club is? Just so the fans who maybe haven't seen you play, Alexi, what would you comment and what would you say about that?
I think I can bring a leadership to a team, and I think when the game's on the line, I think I can produce, and I think that's an asset that's really good in my game, and I think that's something that I still want to improve, still want to get better, but something that's for sure pretty good.
Well, I got a chance to see you play at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. You're a pretty good hockey player. I know you're going to do great things. Quinton?
Yeah, I think it's definitely my speed and skill for a bigger guy. So I think using that to my advantage, I can beat you with my speed or just my one-on-one creativity as well. So I think that, and then just trying to become a 200-foot player and playing all of the ice is definitely important to me as well.
All right, and Jamie?
Yeah, I think my skating is probably my biggest asset right now. I think I just use it to, increase the tempo of the game and just, take the intensity to another level. So I think that's kind of what I want to do game in and game out, just create an intense environment and just be able to play and be a difference maker in that.
All right, Jake?
I think same as Jamie. I think my skating too kind of separates me from other players, but also I think my compete level and just willing to go out on the ice every day and compete with my teammates and the opponent.
And Tim?
Yeah, I always want to be a leader on the ice and make the difference also on tight games. And the willingness to win every game, I think that's a big part of me. And I want to work hard every day and learn a lot from all the guys. So that's I think my part.
We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Hi, I'm Wayne Gretzky, and we're here with 5 of the top NHL prospects for the upcoming draft. So I thought in this segment what we would talk about is sort of do a rapid fire line of questions, because I think all of you guys have seen each other or played against each other at some point in time. So I'll throw out the question and you guys can answer it, or you can answer it on behalf of one of your buddies there. So let's start with, who is the fastest skater of the 5?
I'll go with Jamie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tim buzzed around at World Juniors. He was pretty fast, so probably give it to him.
So, okay, you guys are pretty even. Hardest shot?
I'll probably go with a Laugh up there.
Yeah, I'll go with Laugh.
Yeah.
Too.
You see them shoot the puck and you can shoot it pretty hard.
Yeah.
Okay. And who would be if the one guy you didn't want to hit you, who would be the hardest hitter?
Probably Laugh too.
I'll go with it.
He likes to throw ball, and it's pretty funny.
All right. And one of the last questions, for some reason, somebody wanted me to ask you who has the best flow, but everybody has short hair. So I don't even know how to ask that question.
Yeah. I used to have pretty long hair, but my dad cut it, so that's all gone now.
Okay. And let's go back to Alexi. Who would be your favorite hockey player in the National Hockey League right now?
I would go with Patrick Kane.
All right, that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, the way he plays, it's just really impressive.
All right, and Quinton, who would, if somebody said to you, who's your favorite NHL player today, who would you pick?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a big fan of the young D in the league right now. So I'd probably say Cal McCarr. I like watching him play. You know, he's definitely a lot of fun to watch, and that team just has a lot of young players there, and it's just a lot of fun to watch.
You went outside the box on that one. And Jamie?
Yeah, so like I said, Toronto boy. So I like a guy like Morgan Riley. I like how he plays a lot, the two-way game. And like Q said, a youngster like Cal McCarr, I think the confidence he has and how the ability to make the plays he did in his first full year was pretty incredible. So that's another guy.
And Jake?
Yeah, like all those other guys said, just the young D-men. So like Cale Makar, he being an Alberta boy too. And then Miro Heiskanen, the Finnish defenseman.
All right, and Tim, all the way in Germany again?
I think Connor McDavid and Leon Drysdale are 2 of my favorite players, but I also love watching Patrick Kane. And I think all are great players, and it's excited to watch them play.
All right, and I know your parents and your family have always been a big part of your careers. The fact that you're staying at home now because of the pandemic, do you find that maybe you're leaning on your mom and dad and your siblings a little bit more than otherwise would be, Alexi?
Yeah, for sure. We spend a lot of time together. You know, we're kind of stuck home, so we gotta spend a lot of time with them. You know, playing games or just having good dinner with them. So it's really fun to be here and to spend that quality time with them.
Okay, good. Quinton?
Yeah, no, same as Laugh up there. You know, it's a lot of fun being back home with the family, just seeing them again. You know, we definitely get on each other's nerves quite a bit, but you know, just having fun with them, just playing cards and all that, and just spending time. It's just a lot of fun to be back as well.
Jamie?
Yeah, I think over the past couple of years, you don't get to see your family all that much. So to be home and for me, spending time with my brother and my parents is definitely a lot of fun. And just trying to binge a couple of TV shows or play some board games or whatever that may be. It's a lot of fun to be home and be with them.
Jake?
I think all of us probably moved away from home to play hockey, and you kind of have to learn to be independent and do things on your own. So coming back home, seeing my brothers is really nice, and just, being able to hang out with them and catch up with them.
Tim?
Yeah, I'm back in Mannheim already because of training, but I was home for 4 weeks, and I really enjoyed the time with my parents. We have 2 dogs at home. It's pretty funny, and play a lot of card games or watch Netflix together. Sometimes I play PlayStation alone, but the rest we were together, and it was a lot of fun being home and enjoy the time with my family.
Well, that's good. And, with the troubling times that we have right now, looks like the NHL draft to be a little bit different than it has been in the past, but probably a little bit more similar to that of the NFL draft. You're going to get an opportunity to be drafted. You'll still be nervous that day, but you'll be with your families. Are you looking forward to being at home, or are you hoping that, we can somehow work this out and actually get to a draft?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be pretty different, and we saw it with the NFL a little bit, but I think it's still really fun to get drafted, and I think just be with your family at home and enjoying the time with them.
All right, Quinton?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely just exciting, just hoping one day your name's going to be called, and just being with your family definitely be great. And but definitely sucks. You dream of going up on a stage and putting on a hat, and missing that would definitely suck. But still being with your family on draft day is definitely a huge thing, so that's not too bad either.
Jamie?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same as the other two. Your dream, and you always dream about going up on that stage, hearing your name called, and putting on that jersey. But I guess for the time being, there's not really much we can do about it now. So either way, hearing your name called by an NHL team, I think there's nothing better than that. And for us 5 here and whoever's entering the draft, so I think it'll be unreal either way.
All right, great. Jake?
I think obviously going to the draft and in a hockey rink and having that experience is a big part of it. But even being able to meet other guys from different countries, that's a big part of it too. But I think, being with your family and seeing how the NFL did it, they did a pretty good job. So I'm excited to see what they do.
All right, Tim?
Yeah, I think the same like the other 4 guys. It's definitely a big show in the arena with all the fans, but I think it's just a big honor for us to get drafted and put the jersey on, and doesn't really matter where it is. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we can't wait until that day.
All right, great. When we come back, I'm going to have all the guys ask me questions and turn the tables. Welcome back, everyone. And now we're going to get an opportunity for the kids to ask me a question. So let's start with you, Tim. What would be your question?
Yeah, my first question is, who was your idol when you were younger and at our age?
Yeah, I was really lucky. My idol was Gordie Howe from the time I was 6 years old. And I was really fortunate in life. I got to meet Gordie Howe, and I played junior hockey with his youngest son, Murray, who went on to be a doctor. And then the All-Star game in 1980 was one of the greatest thrills of my life. He got a standing ovation for, I believe, about 15 minutes in the old Joe Louis Arena. And I remember standing there thinking it was one of the greatest thrills of my life. So for me, I was lucky. My idol was Gordie Howe. And to me, he was the greatest hockey player who ever lived.
Great.
Thank you. And Jake?
All right. This isn't really a hockey question, but my dad said you're really into golf. And so I was wondering what your favorite golf course is.
That's good. They're all my favorites because if you can get on a golf course, it's pretty nice. But I think I've been lucky enough because of Dustin. I've had a chance to play Augusta, and it's something really special and one of the greatest courses that you could ever go to. Everything about it is pristine, and if you get that opportunity, it's worth every minute. It's like, for me, Maple Leaf Gardens or Yankee Stadium, Augusta was pretty special. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Jamie?
Yeah, so if you were to play in the NHL today, who are 2 guys you'd want to be on a line with?
That's pretty good, huh? there's so many good players. That's a tough question because you have guys like Crosby and Matthews and Marner and Ovechkin, Connor and Drysdale.
Yeah.
But for me, probably Connor because of his speed, he would open up the ice. And Ovechkin, because if we get him the puck, you know he's going to hit the net or at least have a chance to score.
Yeah.
So those two guys would be fun to play with. That was a good question. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
And Quinton?
Yeah. If you could go back in your career and relive one moment in it, what would it be?
Well, I've been lucky that I never really looked back a whole lot, but if I could do one thing over, it would be Game 2 in Montreal in 1993 when we got called with a curved stick and we got a penalty. Montreal tied it with a minute left. We lost in overtime and ended up losing the Stanley Cup in 5 games. But that's part of being a professional hockey player, and that goes with the territory. And the best team probably won the cup. So if we could have one moment in time back, it would be that minute where we'd have a different stick on the ice.
All right.
Alexi?
Yeah, for me, it's who was the best player you've ever played with and why?
So I tell people this all the time. Gordie Howe is my idol. Mario Lemieux was the greatest player I ever played against. And Mark Messier was the greatest player I ever played with. Mark Messier was probably the closest player ever to Gordie Howe in that he was a leader. He was unselfish. He was tough. He was big. He was strong. He had great hands. He had finesse. And all he wanted to do was win championships. And it was just a pleasure to play with him. And I don't think there's any question that Mark and Mario were the greatest 2 players I played with and I played against. Thank you. Well, listen, I want to thank all 5 of you guys for taking a few minutes to sit down and talk hockey. Everybody who loves the sport knows how great of a game it is. And I suspect all 5 of you are going to go on to have great careers, and your families will be very proud, not only your mom and dad, but your grandparents and youth coaches, and congratulations. My advice to you is embrace every moment of it. It's the greatest game in the world. To play in the National Hockey League is a thrill. It's a pleasure, and it's an honor. And when you think you've worked hard, you work that much harder, because there's nothing like being an NHL player. And if you get that early on in your mind, how great the game is and everything that goes with it, the practices, the travel, the media, you'll embrace it that much quicker. So I want to thank you guys again for taking this time, and I wish you all the best of luck and hope all your dreams come true. And I hope you guys go on to have great NHL careers. Congratulations on everything you've done up until this point, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. You have a great day.
You as well.
Thank you. You too.